Hey friends, so today I'm here with a bit of a different kind of video for you guys. I'm going to talk a bit about some of the fun Sims news that we've got. So first of all, I'm going to go into create a sim because we've gotten a lot of new things in here, and it was kind of like it wasn't teased. It was pretty cool. They didn't actually leak it as far as I know, but we got some new things that are I can't tell whether to be excited about them or a bit disappointed in them, so bear with me as I go through them, right? So we got a new category called Medical Wearables, and judging by that name only, it's like, oh great, this is something really neat. Like, I'm trying to find something where you can see the ears. Alright, this hairstyle, fine. So one of the things we've got were all these different hearing aids. You have these for both ears, and then you can also have one that's just in one side, either side. And they come in a bunch of fun colors. There's a lot of swatches. It's obviously the same swatches for all of them. But yeah, they come in these different swatches, and then also these, I think they're supposed to be nude swatches. Or semi-nude, which I think is actually really cool. They just made one for each kind of skin tone roughly. Obviously not everyone is going to be included in these three, but I like this, kind of a light one, kind of a medium, and then kind of a dark, even though it doesn't actually look as dark up here as it does down here in the swatch. But we gotta work with what we got. And I love the inclusion of hearing aids, and I mean, they're great, but there's one detail about them that I'm not too excited about. And that's the fact that you can't pair them with earrings. So if you look here, you'll see that the actual hearing aid is in the ear. The earrings are on the earlobe. But for some reason, you can't pair them. And I've tried a few different ones, I think, by now, and I'm going to just assume that this is the case with all of them. And I think it's such a shame, because I like the idea of putting hearing aids in the game. It's supposed to be representation, and there are people of all ages with hearing loss to some degree, different degrees for everyone. And I think it's such a shame that they finally get this thing where, oh my god, they can make their own sim self. Some of us are super lucky and privileged to be able to just always create a sim that kind of looks like us. But the fact that you have to choose between expression and your hearing aids, I think that's a little bit sad. And I know there's a bit of expression in the colors, but to me it's a bit of a miss. I feel like you could probably incorporate them, especially now that you made a different category for it. You have the piercings category, and then you have the medical wearable ones. I don't think that they should exclude each other. I think that's the beauty of having a different category for it, so it wouldn't take up that slot. However, you can definitely pair them with piercings, so that's a win. Definitely. Then we also got a few different things. In the body section, you also have the medical wearables down here. We got all these different wearable, I think they're supposed to be glucose monitors and stuff like that for diabetic people. And I gotta be honest, I don't know all the technical jargon, but it's pretty cool. And also they have some fun swatches too. It's the same swatches for all of them, even though there are there's a few more different kinds of things. So if you're one of the people who need a medical device like this, first of all, enlighten me in the comments, please. But also, you would probably be able to find the one that closely matches what you actually use. So I think that's cool that they have a few different options. There are 3 different kinds, and then for each arm. But yeah, they also have some fun swatches. And then the nude ones, or nude adjacent, right? So they're trying their best. And I think it's fine that they're not including every single color on the entire planet, but I think, I think it's nice that they have those kind of options. Of course, with these, you can wear all the accessories. I tested that out, so don't fret. You can still wear bracelet, as you can see, even though you have something on your arm. I think they're more akin to tattoos, which is kind of how I felt the hearing aids should also be. I still feel it would be beneficial to be able to still wear earrings, Another thing we got supposedly it's a binder. And this one is the one I'm probably the least thrilled about. Let me just find it. Just right here. Alright, so I'm just going to compare swatches. If you don't know what a binder is, I know not everyone knows this, but a binder is basically something you wear around your bust to compress it. It can be for people with gender dysphoria or people who are not comfortable with the size of their boobs for whatever reason, or there can be a lot of different reasons to wear them. But mainly they're used to compress the chest in order to not appear as busty. And this binder is not functional, so if you watch this, she basically still has the same chest size. They removed a bit of shading here, and this is a little bit more slopey, so it's kind of there compared to this one. But like, compared to this, I just don't see much of a difference, and it's also advertised as a non-functional binder. So a real binder will not flatten your chest completely either. That would be like, your skin and fat and everything, tissue, it has to go somewhere, right? But this is still it's just not it, And also a different thing about it is that a binder is actually like, it's underwear. You don't wear it as a top, like you wear it to feel better in your tops, basically. And even though you can obviously, like, something like this you can wear as a top as well, that's not like the reason why people wear binders. And to me, this top, I'm probably going to use it, but I'm going to use it as a crop top, just a regular top. And I think that's a shame, because the idea of like using a binder, if maybe you have a non-binary sim or something like that, it's so much fun to be able to create a sim that looks like yourself or however you imagine them to be. But this is supposed to be like an underwear category, You're supposed to, if it was me, like if I was the one who had to design these, also I like that they come in the nude swatches because that would make sense since they're underwear. It would be kind of like a binder on or off thing. Like if you switch it on, then maybe the chest would compress a bit, and then you can switch it off for other pieces of clothing. For example, I would have it on for most parts, and then maybe for sports or nightwear, like you're not supposed to wear a binder to bed, then I wouldn't wear it, and then the chest would pop back out. That, I feel like, would be a successful binder. However, we do have a win for trans men. I don't know if you can really tell here, but he got some top surgery scars, right? So, off and on. Maybe it'll be easier to see on a lighter skin tone just for a bit more contrast. Let me make him ghostly white. So, with and without. So these are just supposed to be like scars that indicate that the person has had top surgery. And that's pretty fun too. I think it's a shame because you don't have them for the females either. So only men can have, like male sims, can have the top surgery scars. That's a bit of a shame, at least for someone like me who has also had a form of top surgery. I have had a breast reduction, as I've told you in a previous video of mine. And so I would also like to be able to add a top surgery scar to a sim that represents me. But I am obviously not the one they're thinking of when they're adding this, and that's fine. I just think it would be easy to add it to both genders. But I know it's because it's supposed to indicate that this is like top surgery for trans men. So yeah, that's a win in my book, I'd say. And these are some of the new medical devices we've got in the new CAS. So on another note, we also had a talk about the family pack today. The new expansion pack that's coming out. I just watched the premiere a few minutes ago. That's kind of exciting. We're getting a lot of new gameplay for the different life stages, and there's some of it that I'm kind of excited about. So first of all, the thing that I thought was the most fun was probably the building a treehouse. They showed them like a whole family just building a treehouse by themselves, and then whoops, a whole treehouse popped up. And I thought that was like really cool. And I kind of want the pack just for that, but there's also a bunch of really cute things coming. So I saw a part where like one of the kids pulled their tooth. That's pretty fun. Yeah, she would just like pull out her tooth and then like think of the tooth fairy and stuff. That's kind of fun having those little details. There's also some board games, both like between ages and then some that I think are supposed to be more like bridge or something for like the elders, which is kind of fun. And then they also have like a little power walking group. It also seems that they add like a water park in the new world. That's going to be fun too. So it looks like a lot of things are coming, and obviously the new life stage as well is going to be there in the new expansion pack. So that's going to be pretty fun. I don't know, how do you feel about that? And how do you feel about the medical devices? Am I overly critical, or do you think it's some fair points or criticisms? I don't know, but please let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you later, right? Bye!